Hello and welcome to another episode of the Basildon Council official podcast. I am your host, Ryan. Now, in this episode, I'm happy to announce that joining us today is Shaun Beagle, who is the Area Contract Manager for Everyone Active. Hello, Shaun. How are you?
Very good, thanks, Ryan, and thanks very much for inviting me on.
No, you're welcome. I'm really intrigued about sort of what we're going to talk about today, like with a new swimming pool coming up, some exciting things happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I wondered, Shaun, if we could, we've been sort of taking time to try and get to know our guests a little bit more as we sort of start the show. You're the area contract manager for Everyone Active, so
yep.
I wondered if you could sort of give us an overview of like what that means. What is that? What do you do?
Basically, I work between the three sites within the borough of Basildon. I'm the main point of contact with the local authority. We have a very close working partnership just to ensure that the facility was always really well maintained. I get involved with all of the programming, the staffing of the facilities. The list is pretty much endless.
An endless job. And we mentioned before we recorded, and I found it absolutely fascinating that Everyone Active was once a part of Basildon Council, or at least in some form part of it.
Well, what it was we was transferred over from Basildon Council to Everyone Active in 2011. So Everyone Active managed facilities on behalf of local authorities all over the country. So we've got over 200 sites working with around about 70 different local authorities.
And you've been within the borough for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah. Born and bred in the borough. I was born in Billericay, in St Andrew's Hospital. I was raised on the Lee Chapel North estate. Went to Janet Duke Primary School, fantastic primary school within the borough, and then went on to Nicholas School, and then after that I then ended up working in the leisure industry.
And so on that, obviously, that you work in the leisure industry, we work for Everyone Active. We've got Everyone Active's mission statement down on here. It's our mission to get everyone active, at least 30 minutes of activity 5 times a week, whether you're into swimming, going to the gym, taking on a new group exercise class, or enjoying activities with the whole family. There's something for everyone to enjoy. And that's still something, even like, that's something that Everyone Active just strives for, make sure that everyone can get included on this.
Completely, and I think the clue is in the name of the company, because we are there for everyone, and what we want to do is offer well-maintained, clean facilities that meets the current demand of customers and at a really affordable price. We make sure that the facilities are inclusive as possible, so that we can cater for the whole of the community. So. And I think the key is probably in our figures. So we regularly get in excess of 1.5 million visitors a year to the 3 sites across the borough. Across the borough? Yeah.
Wow, that's so everyone is getting active.
Yes, definitely so. Definitely, we've seen a real increase. Year on year, our participation just continues to grow. So it's really encouraging signs.
And something that I think a lot of people, you think of just a gym, you think, gym equipment and all this kind of stuff, but something that Everyone Active really prides himself on is having that elite level equipment that even professional athletes use. I mean, somewhat famously, Max Whitlock, who is a Basildon boy, still trains at the Basildon Sporting Village today, and he still competes and whatnot, and so that it's good enough for professional athletes.
Yes, yeah, it certainly is, and we've got top level athletes in all sorts of activities around the facility. So we've got national swimmers, national athletes that train at the Sporting Village and use that as their training base. So yeah, it's we're really proud of the facility. Every time, still I think the Sporting Village really has to be appreciated for what it is. Every time I pull up in the Jag outside, I pull up and I think, wow, this is something special. When I walk in there, it really is incredible.
Yeah, and there's a lot to do there, isn't there? There's loads of activities within Everyone Active, not just at Sporting Village, but other places. Isn't there? There's rock climbing in some of these places as well. There's swimming pools and gym equipment. There's everything.
Yeah, so as soon as you walk into the facility, you'll see the climber wall to your left. That's operated by a fantastic company called Rock Hub. And then, we've got the 50-metre swimming pool, 8-court sports hall, the gymnastics centre. Then we've got a 110-station gym, and the facilities go on and on. You know, there's the athletic stadium, the netball courts, the 3G football pitches. So, it is an inspiring facility.
I keep, every time we sort of we're talking about all these things that it can do, I just keep thinking, everyone active, because everyone can get active in doing these things. But also, people. Is it inclusive of people that maybe are not as able as others? You know, do we have sort of facilities that can help people get active?
Yeah, completely. The facility was again designed with everybody in mind. We've got the changing places facilities. We've recently installed a pool pod in partnership with Basildon Council. So that is a platform that will lower people into the water. So people that may have mobility issues, and that is a fantastic piece of equipment, and it really helps keep the facility fully inclusive to everybody. We also run the Sport for Confidence sessions there, so we've got a team of trained occupational therapists that deliver some incredible work for the community. Their mantra basically is that they don't turn anybody away. You know, anybody can come along to these sessions and participate, and their work has been recognised to the extent where we had a visit from William and Kate 5 years ago, and they came down to see the incredible work that they do.
No, that's brilliant. And I wonder that people sometimes don't necessarily understand, as good as being physical is, you know, it gets us fitter, can be healthier for us. Sometimes people forget that it's really good for up here, in our minds, you know, our brains. Mental health is a big thing for a lot of people at the moment. We're seeing a lot of people who have issues with their mental health, but getting active is something that can really help us, isn't it? Just getting moving, get that serotonin going, and that's something that just being active can give us.
Definitely, I think it's been well documented in recent years about the benefits to mental health that exercise can have. And there's also the social element to it as well, which is incredibly important. It's something that we found when we shut during COVID, and we have people that use our facilities 7 days a week, and that's a place for them to meet others and to socialise with others. So as soon as that was taken away, I think it really highlighted just how incredibly important these facilities are. You know, for many of the people that come and use us, sometimes our receptionist might be the first person that they speak to that day. You know, and then they meet up with their friends, go and have a swim, and then go and have a coffee and a chat afterwards. So yeah, it is incredibly important.
No, it was something that even sort of slipped my mind, was that social aspect of just being in that environment, being around people. Yeah, it's so important. Now, if you want to, you know, get active and enjoy those social elements and just be fitter and be healthier and try something new, what locations do we have around the borough that people can try out?
Okay, well, we've got the Basildon Sporting Village along Cranes Farm Road in Basildon, which we've already touched on. We also have the Wickford Swim and Fitness Centre, so there's a 65-station gym, 2 group exercise studios and a 25-metre swimming pool. That's situated just off of Wickford High Street. And then we've also got the Eversley Leisure Centre, which is it's a fantastic facility in the heart of the community at Pitsea. That's got a gymnastics centre, a 65-station gym again, 2 studios, and we've got the 3G outdoor pitch, and as well we've also got the swimming pool as well, which you may have heard of.
Yes. Now that's something we really wanted to hit on, and in today's episode is Eversley has a brand new swimming pool that has been lovingly created with yourselves and through Basildon Council. I wondered if we could talk a little bit more about that, because it's been a while since Pitsea has had a swimming pool, and now they have a brand spanking new one, state of the art, and well, I'm sure you can tell me how state of the art it is.
Yeah, it is a fantastic facility. I was there just yesterday, and it's a 25-metre 4-lane swimming pool. It's been built very much with the environment in mind. So all the lighting is all LEDs with sensors, etc. And there's PV panels on the roof so that it will generate all its own energy. So it'll be sustainable just by itself. So it really is a fantastic facility, and I think it's going to be so well received by the people of Pitsea.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that, you know, we're big on climate change and trying to help the environment as well, and this place has been built with that in mind, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah, it certainly has, and you know, anything that we can do in partnership with the authority to bring down our carbon footprint, you know, we're fully behind that. So yeah.
And do we have an opening date for it? Because I've been there. I've been there fairly recently. When it was being filled up with water. I tell you, was something that was surprised me, and maybe I'm being silly here, but I wasn't sure how they filled the pool up. I wondered whether it was a big tank or something, just chuck a load of water in, and I was surprised to know it is just a hose, just like you would at home, just a hose in the pool, and it just gets filled up over about a week or so.
Yeah, just
surprised me.
Yeah, very, very slowly.
I
think would be the answer to that one. You know, I would imagine there's something in the region of around about 50,000 gallons of water that would take to fill a swimming pool of that size. So yeah, it is quite a lengthy process.
Yeah, it certainly surprised me. Now, it was fantastic to go there and see it pretty much finished. Do we have an opening date for it at all?
We do, yes. It's Saturday the 18th of November at 10 o'clock. We've got a day of free activities going on for all of the community. So swimming is free right the way throughout the day. We've also got some aquascience classes, so the group exercise classes in the water. And again, they're going to be free of charge. We're doing challenges in the gym, and also we're putting on some additional group exercise classes. So the bookings for those are going to go live very shortly. So what I would encourage is for people to keep an eye on our social pages and look out and get booked in very, very quickly.
Excellent, because it will book up. People are going to want to go and see this new fantastic swimming pool that we're really looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to going there myself. Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for coming in today to talk to us about Everyone Active and Eversley Leisure Centre swimming pool. I really do appreciate your time today. So just to reiterate, the Eversley Leisure Centre has a new swimming pool opening up on the 18th, so that's Saturday 18th of November, and there will be a free open day for you to go and try out some of the amazing facilities they have there. So once again, thank you very much for coming. How was your podcasting experience? You've never done one of these before, sat and recorded one?
No, I haven't. This is the very first time. I'm an absolute beginner. So is this going to be like the Graham Norton show, where you might invite people back, the ones that have been really inspiring?
Yeah, it depends how good we do with swimming pool. This has been very fun, and I'm aware that, you know, this is being received quite well with our listeners. So it's great to have you on to talk about some amazing things that are happening around the borough that affect our residents, and they will benefit from this. So thank you very much for coming.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me along.
Thank you. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you on the next one.